In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast. Yeah.
By the way, if I'm ingesting cake, I could get the shits halfway through and just be like, blah, blah, and the dude could be like, I'm done. He shit on my dick. I'd be like, I still get to eat cake.
He still has to finish.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you have to finish with me. He still has to finish. But I can be like, you can go fucking jerk off your shit-covered dick. I'm finishing my cake.
That's true. He's got to take a shower. You just got to, get a wipe.
He's gonna be.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Jazz is gonna be in the shower crying with this cake.
What if it's like a rum cake? I could be hammered that way through too.
I think I would go carrot. I think I'd get carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
I think I'd get carrot cake with
No, I don't think you'd want to because every time you'd be doing because you'd be like carrot and cream cheese. That's what's in my ass right now.
So now, do you pick the cake that's the most delicious,
Why does
amazing
this
cake in
carrot
the
cake
world?
have whole carrots?
This is weird. Who the fuck did this?
Weird.
Now,
It looks like this cake's not the only thing getting frosted right now. That's fucking
do you
ridiculous.
pick the most delicious, your favorite cake in the entire world, or do you pick something that's not your favorite? Because it's gonna have a whole new memory tied to that flavor now for the rest of your life.
You pick your favorite.
No, you got to pick you got to try to make the best of a bad situation right there.
Well, fuck,
like,
boys. We've been recording. I know Justin's got this all going.
Oh, are you serious?
I guarantee you that's been happening.
I told y'all like 10 minutes ago. So we needed to get going.
God damn it.
I know this has all been happening. Fuck, boys. It's time for another Freedom Friends Master Debate, everybody. Welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast. It's time for us to do what, John?
Can we get one of those thunderstorm things to come through again and kill the power real quick?
Yeah.
We were good on the last time.
Well, if it gets dark, then that means it's only time to do one thing. And what time is it?
We're fucking masturbating, boys.
That's
There it
right. We're going
is.
to master debate. It's time for my favorite segment of our show is the Freedom Friends Master Debate. Justin.
Not the part where you're getting turned into a cannoli.
No, not that part. Chocolate chips. That's gross. Justin,
I'm sorry, but cannolis are fucking overrated.
I hope this isn't a cake question, but what do you got for us this week, bud?
God, I hope fucking not. Y'all have definitely covered all those bases.
Jesus.
But as we talked
Well,
about,
I'm pretty sure that's all the bases if you're getting plowed in the ass.
Ugh.
God damn it. So with
Up
us,
to the bases.
Jesus Christ.
Or the hilt, if you will.
Marine, go stand before the captain's mast.
Aye, sir.
Let's go, Justin.
What do you got there,
Use
man?
your
Wait on you,
words.
pal.
Use your words.
You
I
listen
don't,
to
I
us.
don't think
You
y'all
listen-
are waiting on me. I think y'all
You've
have
listened to
me
every
covered.
episode we've done for the past year.
And now you're shocked.
Nothing should shock you.
Yeah.
You would think, but fuck.
Yeah. Butt
right.
fuck. That's what we're talking about.
No, we're talking about cake.
You sick fuck.
All right, you fucking cake eaters. With us
true.
doing this very mediocre show.
There's your new shirt. It's just going to say cake eater on it. Look for it soon. Your cake eater shirt. We all know what you're picking, you sick sons of bitches. I'm eating cake. I'm not eating dick. That's cake. If I get plowed in the ass, I was raped. If I'm eating dick, I volunteered.
Yeah.
All right.
Good point. Fuck. That's sound logic here. I'm just saying. Justin, what do you got?
Oh, fuck. What do I got? I can't remember
Just
now.
think of it as a rowdy shit in reverse. Like,
Oh, God.
The bad thing is, I think that's how Jazz has actually taught girls how to take an anal later.
it's just pooping backwards. You're fine. Here, I brought you a cake.
All right, boys.
Caitlin is really hoping we're going to cut into her fucking time tonight.
You got cake in the house there, Jazz?
I got some little beddies.
John, I need more whiskey.
Technically a snack cake.
Oh, my God.
That's
Damn
what just
it.
the tip.
First of all, who said I'm eating the cake?
Oh,
Caitlin, we never asked this question.
Caitlin's a cake
for a
sitter.
reason.
It's 2020, man.
Oh my fuck.
all right, boys.
All right,
All right,
boys.
boys.
All right, boys.
So with us doing the show for a year, I want to know what is your favorite Freedom Friends memory when you're talking about this shit show, if you're willing to.
Eat the cake.
Yeah, I think we just developed our new favorite one. But what are some of your favorite Freedom Friends memories?
Oh, so we're gonna debate our the pinnacle of the show. Is that what we're?
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
What do we
I don't
think
think
the
this is so
favorite
much as a
moment of the
debate.
show is?
I think it's more of a statement.
Hey, it's a reminisce piece.
It's a reminisce.
Well, I can tell you you're fucking wrong.
Well, I got one.
That's true.
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead. We love telling you you're wrong.
My favorite episode's the one that wasn't aired, so fuck you guys.
That was a good fucking episode. But I think we're all still in relationships because that episode never got aired.
Yes, we are.
Oh man, my favorite moment on the show in the last year. Fuck.
You know, I think I'd have a quicker response to this if we didn't drink quite so much when we
I
were
know, I don't
recording this
remember
fucking
half
Yeah,
the
show.
a lot of
I think-
times
I
these
think
things
one of
run
my
together.
favorite moments, a couple of my favorite moments, were shortly after we started the show.
Oh yeah.
And it's because I was on a 30-day no drinking, and you guys drank some shitty fucking drinks. And it
Yeah,
was awesome.
this motherfucker still never had.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that shit. You
And
gotta
at
make
the,
that shit.
at the same time, though, there were some amazing drinks that were made during
That's
that
true.
window that he didn't have. During the ill-fated drink of the week segment that was on this show, and then we figured out that bourbon on ice just
Works.
fucking worked.
It's so
delicious.
much better.
You know, I know my favorite. Jazz's drink description of the fucking
Oh, yeah.
of the old fashioned.
That was amazing.
That was my favorite.
That was what,
fucking,
episode 2?
like episode
Yeah.
2
2 or 3,
dude.
yeah, we came out to get hot with that.
It was just like, if a taste could imbibe the taste of freedom and eagles soaring over your fucking mom's asshole, or whatever he said. It was amazing.
If we ever,
Mikey
like,
starts singing.
if I pull off that bar in my backyard, I'm gonna make a menu, and the old fashioned on there, that's just gonna be the description of the fucking drink. Let's go back to the episode and just type it out. Just be like,
I think that was my favorite fucking moment because it just happened.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were also.
Well, totally
it
unscripted.
started with him. I was drinking it, and I was like, God damn, this is good. And he just literally was like, describe it to me. What it's like? What is
Because
it like
you weren't
drinking
I
that
was
drink?
drinking. I'm like,
'Cause
I
were
need
doing
you to
your 30
describe
days
it to me in the most eloquent way possible.
Yeah.
And he's just. And then he went right into it. And I was like, God damn.
And then out of nowhere, I'm like,
And then-
oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And then 45 minutes later, we're like, yeah, that was a good drink.
So, Jazz, if you do that bar, in
Yeah.
order for somebody to order that drink,
They have to be able to quote it.
they have to quote it.
Yeah, they have to be able to quote my description of the
That's
drink.
it. They can get a regular bullshit old fashioned they want, but they want that one.
They want
have to
that
quote
one.
it.
They gotta quote it. I agree. I think I think it's fair. Considering that it's the 3 you sons of bitches
but
that'll be at my fucking
The
bar.
reason why I like that moment so much, so I think, is because we were also very, very new to doing this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
episode
You
2.
know,
Yeah.
like it was brand new,
Yeah.
and it proved like that moment.
We were still trying to figure out, like, is this something that, like,
Yeah.
does it sound good? Is it just us having fun and talking over each other? Or, like,
Yes,
will somebody
that's
laugh
still-
at this?
That's still just what the show is. We
Well,
still
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know if anybody
But
is
people
listening
laugh
to this
at
for
it.
a
We
purpose.
figured that out.
That
So-
moment though solidified to me that this works. You know what I mean? Where it was just so fucking run of the mill, quick, witty, fucking out of the blue. Bam! It happened.
Yeah.
And we all just reacted the way we fucking would.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And it was like, fuck, dude, we got something. And unfortunately, we weren't recording video then,
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the look on your two fucking faces was amazing. Like John's face, and then when I started singing, Scott went, "What?" And just this grin. My favorite moment, I think, is Scott's smile when that was happening, dude.
It was great.
And I was just like,
It's a good fucking drink.
and I was like, "Fuck, man! Like this is gonna work." Like that's when I had this semblance of hope that this fucking shit show, mediocre bullshit, that fucking 4 degens with whiskey fucking on our breath decided, yeah, this is a good idea. What might actually fucking happen, you know? And it was like, fuck, dude, this is right on, you know? And I was like, but honestly, it's like right then. That's when I.
That was your moment?
That's
That was
that's
your-
that's what I think, man. That's when that's my favorite moment of the last year. I think.
So my favorite moment was not even when we were doing the podcast. It was on my drive home from the podcast. And it was when my landlord called and said there's an ambulance at the shop.
Yes.
And I'm like, I have no idea.
That was like episode 4.
Yeah. Well,
Got off to a bit of an
Fucking
exciting
A.
start here at the Freedom Friends.
and then my phone call, I think it was to you.
You fucking prick.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, who shot themselves?
Wow, what was that?
Cupcakes.
Kira knocking over the cupcake box.
Kira.
But,
No, I was the prick that called you the second time.
Jazz was the prick. Was like,
Yeah.
he's back in the hospital, bro. And I'd be going for like 20 minutes. Well, I'm
It was pretty
freaking the
good.
fuck out.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Because I'd called you and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
what do I do?
I thought one of you
I think I
fuckers
killed
shot
Justin
themselves.
and Jazz
Like,
is
that was
going to
it?
shoot me.
Actually, that's exactly how the conversation went. I was like,
yeah, that was funny.
I don't know what to say to
Ever
that, bud.
since then, either John or I have been the last to leave.
Yeah, we can't let you fuckers stay here by yourselves.
Yeah, no more.
Yeah, it was all for a
That
good
was
cause.
one time. God.
And so if you're listening and you haven't listened to episode 4, that was when Mikey punched Justin in the chest.
Well, congratulatory.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
he
got
made
promoted.
sergeant.
He just made
Yeah.
sergeant.
Yeah.
And you gave him a little,
Love tap.
Like
love
literally, like, hey, congrats, buddy. Bah.
yeah, that little center chest punch
And
to
damn near killed
set
him.
the stripes.
And it knocked him out
Literally.
3 times.
Yeah.
Fucking
Literally
crazy.
started a fucking heart arrhythmia.
I believe I titled that one because we recorded the next week and we talked about it, and I believe I titled it "The Time Mikey Almost Killed Justin."
Yeah.
Sounds right. So, believe it or not, we now have a so no shit story caused by the show.
yeah. That was the first son of shit of the show.
So far we have show number 2, show number 4. What else you guys got?
Well, I said mine.
Oh,
Mine was
yours
2.
too.
We can't talk about my favorite time yet.
Let's tell your second favorite time.
my favorite moment
Was
on
it-
the show, it was kind of, I was actually with Mikey, and so it was a moment for the show that didn't happen on the show.
Okay.
And it was Mikey and I actually stopped by a gun customization shop. I hate to call them a gun shop because it's not really. All they do is like they'll do modifications, they do
Right.
Cerakoting, they do all that kind of stuff, but they don't actually sell weapons. We had stopped in there and we were talking, and we had brought up the show, and we were, I don't know, 12 weeks in, 13 weeks in.
Yeah,
we weren't
like-
very deep in the
Yeah.
show,
Under 20.
and the 2 owners of the shop were like, "Holy shit, really? We fucking love that show. We listen to it every week."
Yeah.
And at that moment, that to me was
Yeah.
we had never met these guys before. I think we barely had a social media presence. Like
Yeah.
we weren't doing the live shows. We weren't doing any of that.
Like, literally, like,
And
for like,
just people that were in the lifestyle that we obviously
Yeah.
are all about, which is essentially, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. I mean, we're just the
Right.
ATF of
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah.
In that industry had found us and knew the show. And it wasn't like they were pandering, because then they started talking about stuff on the show to Mikey and I, and it was like, holy fuck, you actually listened to the show.
yeah.
And we had never met these guys before in our lives. And that right there, I think, was the moment of, we must be making something. Well, we're not pandering, we're just being authentic. Like we're talking about just the shit that we like and we're into, because it's connecting with the people that we want to connect with. Like it's hitting an audience that we were after.
Right.
Because we weren't after being for everybody. We were after being,
Yeah.
for
We have our own community.
we have our own
Sure.
community, and we wanted to make something for that community.
Yeah.
And being around people in that community that actually knew the show and were connecting with it, and were, and they didn't get all fucking starstruck or whatever about it. They were just like, it's fucking great. We love the show. Thanks for taking it. And da 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 da.
Nice.
That right there was that moment I had with, that Mikey was talking about with the cheers or whatever that I did, that we'd actually met audience members that had found us organically and were just like, yeah, we fucking love the show and we're still on it. So I think to me, that was my favorite Freedom Friends moment of
Yeah.
there's actually people out there listening to the show because
Shout out to Center Mass.
yeah, to Center Mass
Yeah.
Customizations here in San Antonio, and they were actually listening to the show just because it spoke to them about the lifestyle they were into and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah. And they had explained how they stumbled on it. You know, they because it was like they listened to Drinking Bros,
Right.
and they were like, it was one of those you might also like,
Ah,
you know,
nice.
and that popped up, and they were like, what's this? And they were like, oh fuck.
yeah, and
Yeah.
we got them that way. And I think that was probably the my favorite moment that, you know, we kind of went into this blind,
Right.
but it was legitimately, there was an audience out there that it wasn't somebody we knew. It wasn't a friend. It wasn't family. It wasn't any of that kind of stuff. It was just some rando dude that found
Yeah.
our show and stuck to it because it was, hey, I like the content you guys are creating. My tie with that is that first note we got on Facebook
I was about to mention
from
that.
the guy in Maine.
Yeah, I was about to mention
That
that where he was
moment.
like,
Yeah.
this show just saved me.
Yeah, that
You know,
moment that was
like-
like, I feel isolated up here, and your show is giving me a connection back into a community
Yep,
that
I
I didn't
was
even
gonna mention that.
realize I was missing until I listened to the show.
Yep.
And none of us know that fucking guy. He just
Right.
found our show and sent us the message. That message, that note was that's tied right there because we made the show for a community to listen to because there's not a lot I feel in our community that we can consider authentic
Yeah.
anymore. And
I was like that when Haley iced us.
That was,
that was
funny.
pretty good.
Oh, that was great.
That was pretty good.
But
yeah.
those two moments where it was
When
actually
she came in out of nowhere, was like, I'm real.
Right. Flipped everybody off on the way out.
but those two moments where it was actually our listener base
Yeah.
that legitimately was like, hey, fucking thanks.
Yeah.
Like it's a show that I can actually connect to.
Yeah.
That let me know that as a content creator and somebody that literally went to school wanting to make content that would actually connect to somebody, that was like, okay, fuck it. This is entirely worth the time.
That
Yeah.
reminds me like the first time, like I'm wearing a Warfighter shirt and just, I think I was in an airport or something. And somebody's like, oh, you smoke Warfighters? I'm like, yeah, you know, and,
Every once in a while.
yeah, you know, so, you know, I always play it down, you know, and he's like, yeah, I love Warfighters, you know, it's awesome that, you know, I'm like, oh, I actually own the company. He's like, oh, that's cool. You know, like the first time you get like that, I don't know what it is, like recognition or
By random.
Yeah, I mean,
just
and the thing is, 'cause
legitimacy.
none of
kinda.
us do this for recognition.
No.
Like,
So
we
it's-
mentioned it earlier. Like we do this because like it's Monday and we're
Yeah.
fucking hanging out with our
Yeah,
buddies.
what you need to,
you know, like-
what you need to understand is that the four of us were hanging out and smoking and drinking and talking shit to each other way before we put mics in front of us. Like
Yeah.
this was just
not really. Like I didn't
Well,
really know Scott.
Yeah.
I didn't really know Scott.
Yeah, so I
before
take that
this.
back.
You know
So
what I mean? Like
I would come and hang out.
I knew you,
right.
and I knew you separately.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And now I like Mikey the best. so-
right? Now,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that happens anytime you put Mikey into a group. Like, it just-
I was
I'm a
actually going to
likable
say
idiot.
my favorite part, and it wasn't on the show, is how we met, and we've talked about it on the show over
Yeah.
and over and over. And it wasn't like it was some planned, calculated, you know, like oh, I need to go find a guy that does this, I need to find a guy that does that, and how we started the show when we were actually sitting around the same bar, just on a random, I think it was like a fucking
Just
random
swung
weekday.
by to bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like 3:00 in the afternoon, and we're like, you serious? Mikey's like, oh, I got a couple mics. Jazz is like, I got a couple also. He's like, oh, we can borrow a board from this guy. Like, are we really fucking doing this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. We're like, in the state of Texas, handshakes legal fucking matter. We're like, cool. We all stand up, shake hands. We're like, fuck yeah. And we realized Mikey doesn't have an iPhone, so he lost 5%.
I got it back with a banana story, motherfucker.
yeah.
that is true.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think what it really comes down to is that our favorite moments on the show were stuff that none of it was planned, none of it was intentional, and so
It's actually the 5% I gave
It's
Justin.
hard. It's hard to say anything could be planned since every week we come into this completely cold
Yeah.
and we just bullshit with each other.
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's genuinely just four buddies.
Yeah, like you see the
Hey, have
script
a-
in front of us.
have a drink.
Oh wait,
Let's
we don't
fucking-
have any.
so I'm going to attempt to wrap everything that we just said up into one statement.
Oh, here we go.
32 minutes.
If a podcast
Plus or
could
minus.
imbibe-
The favorite moment here on Freedom Friends is the fact that although the title says Freedom Friends in it, none of that was made up. We were four friends that enjoyed each other's company And we enjoyed each other's company because we came from something that we could agree on. And we agreed on the fact that freedom is fucking awesome. It didn't matter what you felt, how big your family was, how small your family was, how much money you did or didn't have. None of that actually mattered. It came down to...
We were all broke as fuck when
Yeah.
this started. Holy fuck.
By the way, we're all still broke as fuck. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I couldn't even pay attention.
What it came down to is that we didn't have anything to offer to each other except for the fact that we could make each other laugh and tell a story.
Right.
And we just decided that if we borrowed enough equipment and, sweet talked enough people, we could make something and then put it out there.
Yeah.
And so the Freedom Friends moments, our favorite moments, all came down to the fact that they were all genuine pieces of moment. It wasn't anything that was scripted or planned or we tried to make it happen. It was all stuff that happened off the cuff, and that's the stuff that you connect to because you're not trying to pander into an audience or market into an audience. You're just making something or talking about something that you can actually genuinely connect to.
Right.
And every moment that we just described really boils down to the fact that we live in a series of moments. And what the Freedom Friends has offered is the ability for not only for the 4 of us or the 5 of us or the 7 that are sitting in this room right now to have a moment, but now we have a bigger audience and new friends that we've made through this show
and
that are getting to share those moments.
One
with
And
us.
fuck Rob for not coming anymore.
Fuck you.
one thing I really like about the show, I don't know when we started doing it, but when we started going live and actually interacting with the people that listen.
That was during the COVID piece.
I-
So
I-
fucking thank COVID for saying that we decided we needed to do it.
I fucking love that.
It's my favorite part of the week.
I know, me too. I love going live because we're already all fucked up because it's after all of this.
Yeah.
And then we go live and we get to interact with everybody. And I love it. So,
To be honest with you,
yeah,
so,
all,
you know
all of
what?
all of our old friends that we haven't seen forever.
And
they,
new
they
ones.
fucking chime in.
fucking
and
new fans that we've made just from the show and
there's
stuff
guys
like
that I
that.
haven't talked to in fucking 10, 15
So,
years.
you know what?
That's awesome.
I'm going to change my answer. My favorite moment on the Freedom Friends is when we went live and realized that there was actually just fans out there that we could just connect with and have a legitimate audience with.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Freedom Friends moment is when we decided to start going live and could get that interaction so that we're getting that at least that 45-minute connection with old friends and new ones that we've made from the show. That's my favorite moment from the Freedom Friends is having that live moment that we can actually connect and then still be able to penetrate your ear holes with the pre-recorded stuff.
With the sultry
the rest of the
sounds of
week.
my audible chocolate.
Oh.
And speaking of going
Mikey,
live,
the cargo pant king.
You goddamn right.
and speaking of
Functional
going,
fashion.
speaking of going live, we should probably end this.
We need to wrap this bitch up so,
So
we can
we
get into
can
the
go
live
live.
show. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. So,
Well, I think on that note, boys.
you know what? Somebody who hasn't done it in a while.
Yeah.
Johnny boy,
Yo.
you want to sign us off, buddy?
Oh, fuck. It's been a while. That's why you guys let me do it, because I'm going to fuck it up.
Well, you just said it's over and just we can quit talking.
Yeah, but we got to do the thing where we say, like,
You don't
bunch
fuck
of
with
stuff,
tradition, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So on that note, I'm going to kick it over to Jazz.
And he's gonna thank your mom.
It's been
Johnny-
a year, dude.
Johnny, I got your 6, buddy. I'm going to raise my glass.
So I was originally going to start my favorite part with my fucking call sign is actually hammered. And I don't remember fucking anything.
It's fucking fair. So I got your 6, buddy. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to raise my glass. And genuinely, a year into this son of a bitch,
I've been there, John.
I'm going to thank every single one of you sons of bitches for being my Freedom Friends. To our fan that is in the audience over there sitting around. To Justin, our producer.
Producer extraordinaire.
To Caitlin, who comes and hangs out. To Michelle. To fucking Haley. To everybody. Your wonderful sister.
Except you, Rob. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Except for you, Rob. Fuck off.
Fucking
To the
hillbilly.
last year of all of you guys that have made this ridiculous fucking idea somehow
Or that put off with
fucking
it.
work. From the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you for being my Freedom Friends.
Absolutely.
And from the last year and hopefully from many years to come, I highly encourage you to smoke on, drink on, and God damn it, America.
Freedom the fuck on.
Fuck
There
yeah.
it is. We'll see you guys next time.
Cheers.